That's what I mean. It took me 2 hours to get here, or something like that. 2.5 hours. Did it really? It's like...
School with Micah and Old Dominion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were roommates. What do you think of that? She worked so long.
Mary did that. You have her to aspire to.
Do we have...
The bar is set beyond.
How go? I got it. You know, I'm shooting the damn west. You the that was a large squid. There's 2 seats right here if you want. Yo, bro. Tobacco breath. Yo, bro. Tobacco breath. So, what were you trying to say? I'm not the best man.
How about my shot today? My shots are very directed hard.
Wait, let's hear that again. What was that?
Sharon.
I'm working here. I'm working here. I think I'll have the anchovies and the egg feet. I think I'll have the pork fingerlings and the pork chops.
I'm waiting for people to sit down.
You haven't gone?
Where are we? Excuse me, where are we? Where are we?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Where are we?
Go ahead, Jackson. Tell them where we are. Bachi.
Bachi.
It's the corner of Grant and Green. We have San Francisco.
There you go.
It's right there.
I can't see the other one. You're blocking. There we go. Yo.
Hi, guys.
Hi!
Are we having fun yet?
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Where do you want us to sit? In the fig tree?
Mary and I want to welcome. Can you hear me?
Quiet!
That works in a prop. Mary and I want to welcome everyone here. Everyone here is here.
Wait a minute, Jack. Wait, we got... Go ahead.
So stop it. Everyone, break down a little bit.
We got it. You got to get your moment, man. We got to clear the air here.
All right, take 2.
Take 2.
Hold on. We're waiting till the music.
Yeah, we got to wait. We got
Okay, so everyone is here because they're precious to Dawn and Micah. And we're very happy. Mary and I are very happy to have you all here. We want to welcome you. We have fun counselors that'll be mingling through the areas to meet everybody's needs. But there's a lot of love in this room. And we're here to wish Dawn and Micah a great life. And we're just happy to have you. Mary wants to say something.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's an old Italian saying. It is "La notte sono il viaggio di amore per tempo." And it means, took the words right, and it means very good. It means marriage is love's journey through time. And anyone that's ever taken a trip, and I guess we all did to get here, most of us did, you know that there are good things that happen in a trip, and then sometimes you have bumps along the way, right? And like traffic. The reason we're, as Jack said, everyone in this room some of us. We're here for you and depend on us for your support group for many, many, many years. And again, to reiterate what Jack said, we're so happy you all came. And Jack is now going to say blessing of the bread. The Jewish custom is always to say a blessing of the bread because bread is the meaning of life.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Blessed art thou, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth.
Amen.
And in July, salud!
Look at this shot, man. This is amazing. It's like, I'm not gonna say. Dawn has the same nose as Mike and David. Well, there's a lot of nose I'm looking at right now. Who's recording? This is a great shot.
Hold on, Reese. Oh, could have been a catch.
But it wasn't. Yo, bro! I'm clean, man. San Francisco, baby.
You know, when you come out here, you need to find a place to live. You're welcome to stay with us for a month, and we're picking you out. Yeah, man, Bubba took me serious and got the track. Kristen did while he was living there. He was hanging out with his friend who lived down a couple houses down. This woman lived a couple houses down.
We were not engaged, and that was one of the worst wedding nights
That's
ever
my brother.
ever had.
So we're so safe. And clear covered the neighborhood.
Yo. That's my man.
Well, we did it really quick. We did it like,
Yeah, raw note.
hey, Micah, how you doing?
Say that again?
To Don. Micah and Don.
Yeah.
To the happy couple.
For one, feel very fortunate to be here in the company of Dawn and also of Mike. When I first moved to California, I was blessed by a huge coincidence. Because I moved here alone, on the spur of the moment, without really much of a clue of what I was going to do here. And I hadn't been here more than about 2 or 3 weeks when I got a phone call from a guy that I'd hung out with a few times, and I had the best feeling about it in the world. It was Micah. Micah was saying, "Hey dude, just moved to California, all alone here, I don't have anybody to hang out with. Need somebody to hang out with, I hope you got some time for me." I was so psyched, because not not a day before that, walking around California, the magic of California, the beauty of California, the miracle of California that you're all hearing, first thought I had was that Micah belongs here. Micah and I moved here at about the same time. And we had, to me, the great pleasure of sharing a lot of really just wonderfully beautiful experiences. Just trying to scrap out an existence here in a new place. Kind of a fundamental American frontier. Maybe I'm getting a little too deep. It's California, a little California flakiness action happening here. Micah, you might have noticed, Micah's name both has geological implications as a rock formation, and it's flaky.
Yeah.
Very soon after Micah and I both moved here, we had the good fortune to luck into a car that we have essentially co-owned
Karmann
for
Ghia?
about 7 years. It's a 1969 Karmann Ghia.
Yeah, I've been in that thing.
Formerly owned by a good friend of ours named Satya and by many other people before that. I think of it as the love mobile. Micah and I have shared the love of this Karmann Ghia. Simply as a vehicle to take us around California to help us experience all that's here to love and to enjoy. In some ways, the Karmann Ghia is really, for me, is a metaphor of both for my experience here in California and for my friendship with Micah, which really have been very much intertwined. Karmann Ghia would not have gotten started without Micah's expert help. And it was on the basis of getting it started that we came to acquire it. Not long after acquiring it, I headed east for a couple of years, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it, because I liked it a lot. Micah said, well, let me take care of it for you. The nice thing about Micah is you can count on him always to be there for you. You never quite know what that will mean. You can always count on him to be there for you. On the weekends, usually what it'll mean is we'll spend the weekend hanging out. We'll have a good time, right? And it gets around Friday afternoon, you're beginning to wonder what that's going to mean. He says, page me. Page me. Obviously, there aren't too many people here who hung out much with Micah, but if you had, you would know that page me is one of Micah's sharpest daggers. In any case, I have to ask a quick question here before I wrap this up. How many people here are familiar with old cars? Who here knows what the term to lug means? What? To lug an engine. When we first acquired this car, we were given one piece of advice. The one thing you can never do is lug it. What that means is drive it uphill in too high of a gear. It's an old car, it has a feeble little engine. You don't drive an old car with a feeble little engine uphill in high gear. So, a couple of years after leaving this car in Micah's care, I come back for a brief visit. What does Micah do? But we're driving up Nob Hill with 3 people in the car. And what gear are we in? We're in 3rd gear. Very, very bad. So it's now 7 years later, 3 clutches, 2 transmissions, 2 engines. Micah is still my best friend. I love you, Micah. I love you, Don. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to California.
I'd like to make a toast. Who are you? My name is David Rappaport. I'm the best man. Thank you.
It's the Matrix, man.
The devil, you say. Rumor has it, Don, that in a few days you're going to be calling yourself Don Rappaport.
Oh!
Don, I wanted to give you... Sounds good. It kind of rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you a little history on the literal translation of Rappaport. Okay.
Party.
A port. A port. Let's start with that. It means the best in the world. Okay? So basically, we're the best rappers in the world.
Yo! Yo!
To give you an example of the type of talent you're going to be married to.
My rapper husband. Yes.
That's right. That's right. Sharon and I put together a little rap on the way over here. Okay. It's traditional on the night before the wedding to make a toast. So forgive me if this is somewhat of a roast. However, pending the outcome of this toast, I want you to just remember that you did sign off on the ketubah today. So
Really loud, really loud. Quiet! This is very important.
the name of this.
Very important. No sound, no sound.
What's the matter, bro? Why are you turning red?
Take a chill pill, dog, or your face will match your head.
That's right. You know it's true. When we stood up, you said.
That's my brother and my sister. Oh, I wish that I was dead. It's a Micah rap.
Yo, bro.
The Micah rap.
When you was first born, you looked just like a bird.
Some people come out pretty. You just came out third.
Little baby fingers, little baby toes.
We couldn't see nothing, man, nothing but your nose.
Yo, bro, the Micah rap. How many ways can you spell stitches?
The nurses in the ER, they was all Micah's bitches.
10 visits. Just count them in only 1 year.
Dude was 2 years old, but he had no fear.
Threw a can of tomatoes up to the sky.
Landed on his lip, man, it ain't no lie.
Fed a bunch of popcorn to a finger-eating monkey.
Rolled an escalator, bro, that must have felt funky.
Got his bird finger slammed in the door by his sister.
But he's using it now, so don't feel sorry for them, mister.
Yo, bro, the Micah rap.
In high school, the man learned he loved to party.
Ain't nothing we can say except Lordy, Lordy.
He did that, and he did that too.
Oops, excuse me. Yeah, and that, till his face turned blue.
Next thing you know, he's off to ODU.
Hooked up with a hoe and the Grateful Dead, too.
He said, I'll be a rock star. Wait and see.
Then he went and got his BS in geology.
It's the Micah rap.
Yo, bro, the Micah rap.
Garcia, Dave Matthews, Fish and the Meters.
The man stops at nothing to follow his leader.
That's right. He's addicted. He just can't lick it.
He'd sell his own damn mama for a front row ticket.
The Micah rap. Yo, bro, the Micah rap. The brother hit 30. It was looking pretty grim.
Ain't no decent woman left that ain't fed up with him.
What you waiting for, player? Put them all to the test.
Then we found out he was just waiting for the best.
It's the Micah rap.
Yo, bro, the Micah rap.
He says she's tall, she's blonde, she's smart, she's sweet.
We say, oh yeah, oh sure, uh-huh, let's meet.
They walked right in, our eyes got big.
pretty soon we was all dancing a jig. It was all
Rap. Yeah, rap. Yo, bro, the don't rap. Yo.
She's so charming. She's so wise.
She even got this messed up brother organ.
Yeah. We're not done here.
We're not done here yet.
Quiet. This is an opus.
Let's raise our glass.
And say hallelujah.
Micah and Dawn, a life of happiness to ya.
Yo, bro. Nicely done.
Market. Turn around the
Yeah.
Before you were born. And I have a proposal from all of us in Roanoke, Virginia, which is where Micah was born, to him. And it's in 3 parts. And the first part is from your 6 to the both of you, to your 6 parents. To Jack, I'll never get it right, but that's all right. To Jack, Carolyn, and Mary, and to over here we have 3 more to the 3. I'll never get it right. But
Kurt, Diane, and Trish.
There you go.
Thank you. From all of us, from my generation to your generation, our hearts are with you. And the second part is from all of us here. A rabbi once said that at a wedding, that the people that are around you will never be around you, a high probability that they'll never be around you again. That those people that are sharing with you tonight, there's a high probability they will never share with you again this particular occasion. And from all of us here, we extend to you our love and our happiness. And well, the third part, I'm going to leave to my
Who
son.
said that?
I'm going to leave to my son.
Who said that?
I grew up with Micah because Micah was part of my Sunday school class. There were 6 of them. And so I'm going to turn the next part of this post over to my son, who was Micah's contemporary and was part of the 6 of them that grew up together.
Yeah, this is
so, Scott, it's up to you.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank my dad for putting me on the spot right here. But I'll tell another car story. Just to tell a little bit of a story about, because I did grow up with Micah ever since we were little kids. And being here tonight and seeing everybody and hearing the stories, and it's just bringing it back. But there was one time when we were just 16, and Micah and I, we were the coolest kids around in Roanoke.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. And Roanoke is such a big town. We were all right, we were pretty cool, so we went to the arcade. And there we went and we played the game where there's actually a crane where you go and you pick up toys. I'm sure you've all seen this game where you go and you pick up toys. And Mike and I were hot that day. Really hot. We won all these toys. And then Micah had Dr. Rappaport's car, the big old Cadillac. So
This is that story.
So anyway, we win all these toys, and we go out. We're at Tanglewood Mall, which is a hot, cool mall, and we get in the car with the toys, and we're driving down the highway. And I had the bright idea, since Micah was driving, to put the toys on the actual
radio antenna.
Yeah, the radio antenna.
I never knew that.
Well, we never knew you were a Dodger fan till tonight.
So I put it on the radio antenna, and Micah turns the radio on, and the antenna goes up, and it's a Cadillac, so it's really cool. And we're all watching the little dog go up and down, up and down. So we said, all right, let's go ahead and do another one. So I put the other one on. Mike is like, turn on the radio, up and down, up and down. We are the coolest kids growing up. So of course, there's a red light, but we don't notice that. We're turning the radio up and down, up and down. And next thing you know, we slammed right into the back of the car. And everything was all right.
The car was 5 days old.
The radio still worked. No search for him. Too late. And Mike, and then we are so scared by that time. We have to call Dr. Rappaport and tell him the story. And Mike is like, I'm not driving to his office. There's no way I can drive. We totally ruined the front end of the car. The lights are hanging off the side. So I have to drive it. I have to drive it to Dr. Rappaport's office. The lights are banging on the side of the car. Driving down 581. It's a really. And we get there, and it was. I really thought we were in the worst trouble of our lives, and just. And the love that Dr. Rappaport showed, he just...
That's revisionist history.
It was truly amazing. No, you cannot remember that. And
the car stopped abruptly. It wasn't nothing about the toys at that point. It was all about the car in front of me stopping wrong. I mean, of course my dad felt sympathy for that.
I didn't know, but anyway, it was just, I realized, it was just the love in the whole family, and Dr. Rappaport really, his first concern really was how we were doing and how we all were, and he didn't even care about the car, even though he says he does now, but he didn't. I don't know, and that's the love of the Rappaport family that Dawn is going to join. So here's to the love of the whole family, and then welcome aboard. Thank you.
Yeah. Scotty!
Hi, this is Mike. I told you never to tell that
Stand up between goodness.
Keep it short. It's good. Yeah. Short.
Here I am.
Less is more. Yeah.
Less is more?
Less is more. Famous speech making.
5 or 10 minutes?
Yeah.
5 minutes. Oh, it won't take 5 minutes. Because I haven't rehearsed it, it'll only be 5 minutes.
Okay.
So, everybody here, if you don't know me, I am Dawn's mom. Thank you. I just have a couple of things to say, and I can tell Dawn's already very apprehensive.
That's a big word, apprehensive.
I'm looking at Micah. Micah is like,
Beat red?
Come on!
Bring
it! Bring it on, baby!
He's like
Bring it on.
Start rapping. Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. So, well, I think
Let's go back to diapers. You get me?
or the picture of her as a baby.
Yeah, we got that.
I will start sort of serious. I think every parent that has a child wonders about the perfect person that they think they will find. And then when the parent sees that happening, they say, well, I like that person, and well, I think that is the coupling made in heaven, right? Yes. So from there, when my children started dating, I created this, what I call the Mother 101 psychological profile. And this is years ago. Right. I didn't tell them. I just created this. Right. There was like 20 questions. I didn't tell them. But when they would be dating sort of seriously, I would, in a subtle manner, bring up these questions. So over the years of their dating, you know, some would come and some would go, and we all made it through that. Right. Well, through that, in 2002, in April, I met Micah for the first time. And after an hour of being with him, the Mother 101 test, it was mother love at first sight.
Exactly right.
No more Mother 101 test. Right. Yeah. I understood what she was. I had talked to her for months with Micah this, Micah that, Micah, and I finally figured out. She was right. It was my total mother love. Right. And I'm very fortunate. In a year and a half, I have seen them several times, and all those feelings totally intensified. It's been wonderful. She definitely met her one. And as I stand here, it's just the most happy moment for me. Right.
Yeah.
I love you both very dearly and have absolutely a wonderful life together. And I can't finish my much, you'll cry. But I have one more thing to say. One more thing to say. And this is related. But this is a message for Caitlin.
Here we go. Whoops.
Very simply, Caitlin.
I'm gonna get bright red.
Run, Caitlin.
Run to the Highlands.
Caitlin, hang in there. Hang in there, woman. There's hope. And let me tell you why. Because Ryan always told me,
Thank you, Micah.
she has to do it first. So, Ryan, honey bunny, 20 hours and counting.
Take two. You sent too fast. The cameraman wasn't ready. Start again. Okay.
Family.
No.
Godfather.
I'm the guardian in the sidelines, just in case. But I haven't had to do much. You're a beautiful lady, Micah. Congratulations. It's your turn. Be the guardian forever. Thank you. All right. They're a beautiful couple, and I wish them well. Congratulations, and we'll finish it tomorrow. Cheers. Cheers.
You get the white one for me then?
balance tonight.
Jeff LeClaire. I've known Dawn since the beginning of her professional career, basically, along with Steve. And actually, that's to your point. We have a nickname for Dawn. It's called the Smiling Assassin, and that goes way back. That's right. That's a secret that's now out, and it goes back to the bullpen back at Raymond James when she started as a broker with all of us together at the same time. And
now they make a lot of money and I don't.
yeah, well, no. And you know, Dawn. The interesting thing about Dawn is Steve and I used to pick on her relentlessly back at the bullpen, and she in the end she got the upper hand on us because one time we thought we were so smart. We took this picture that was blown up at a Christmas party of her hugging me and me going like this, and we plastered it all over the office, and it was very amusing. We thought it was so amusing. Yeah, until one day she had a client come in, and then we had a surprise visit from the regional manager who came in that day. And there are these pictures of Dawn everywhere, including in the bathroom, in the stalls, everywhere. And it was a practical joke. We thought it was all fun and games. It was great. We were just having a good time, typical, making fun of each other. And the next day, Dawn was very upset about this, but she didn't say anything. She was very upset. Her client was not amused, yes. And then the next morning, she comes in 9 a.m. in the morning, and there Steve and I are sitting in the manager's office with the regional manager who's sitting us down, and somewhere in the file system of Raymond James, there's a sexual harassment file against us with Dawn. But and even though she's one of our best friends, but in all seriousness, through the years, in all the formative years, obviously we've become very close and best friends, and Dawn has, and it was a joke between us, never found the right person. And I used to always say to her, why are you so picky? She was so picky. You know, there was something wrong with every single person who she met and dated. And I was always like, what are you waiting for? And actually, I had a private conversation with her once because I thought, you know, she might be gay. And there's nothing wrong with being gay, you know that. But it's, at the same time, I wasn't 100% certain. But after all of this, I'm delighted, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm thankful that you came along and rescued her from this. I don't even know what it is, but and obviously it proved to us that we were wrong all these years, and that she was just waiting for the right person and the right opportunity, and you came along, and we're just delighted you're a part of this and a part of our family. And Micah and I spent some time together, a few months ago, and I just was very impressed with what a wonderful person he is, and we had a great time together, and I'm just so happy that they were able to come together. So, we love you, Dawn, and this is a toast to you. Hello, everybody. My name is Steve. Actually, it's Robert Baldwin. Most of you don't know me, but a few of you do. The lucky few. And I'm an inveterate gambler. And I've been gambling all my life, going back to I was about 10 years old. I bet Sean Kilcar in the 5th grade that the Orioles would win the World Series. They're up 3-1. They lost that series. And I've been gambling ever since. So, the point is, I used to gamble with Dawn all the time. We would gamble on commissions for the month or whatever the case may be, but I won every single time, like 15, 20 in a row. And she kept gambling with me, to her discredit. But the last gamble I made that I lost with her was I gambled. We were both bachelors and bachelorettes for a long time. And I said to Dawn that whoever gets married first, the other player has to pay the other one $50. And I met my wonderful wife over here, Elena. And I told her about this gamble. I told her we have to wait until Dawn gets married. And to her credit, she was willing to. But it didn't look good for us because, exactly, because Dawn was not getting married anytime soon, it seemed like. So eventually I had to cave in and I got married to Elena, May 25th. And I paid Dawn her $50 at our reception. And anyway, the point is, to wrap this up, is I'm very happy to be here and wonderful to spend this time with all you folks. I finally lost a bet. It's the best bet I ever lost now. And here's to Micah and Dawn.
Welcoming Dawn and Micah. Someone like that.
All the clues were there, man.
We just want to express how happy we are. I mean, it's even though words can't express that. It's funny because for me, I was not one of those women who like planned their wedding their whole life, and since I was 5. But the minute I got engaged, it's like I made up for a lot of lost time. And all of a sudden, I did want the perfect wedding. And it's just unbelievable to me that it is the perfect wedding. And I don't know that I ever really believed I would have the perfect wedding. And other than the traffic tonight, nothing could be totally perfect. I'm sorry. So, but no, I mean, it's absolutely, and we've got the weather. We've got San Francisco as a backdrop. Hello, it doesn't get any better. We've got the Blue Angels. We've got the Blue Angels. We've got flybys. We've got, but what we've got is all of you. And,
Exactly.
And it's just overwhelming. I mean, for anybody, it's so funny. How many people in this 10 months of engagement have told me, just elope, you're crazy, don't throw a wedding, and that thought crossed my mind, but for like a minute, and then it was like, how could you not want to have this occasion where everyone you ever loved comes together in one place? And this is it. I mean, I cannot imagine sacrificing an evening like tonight and tomorrow night for anything. I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime occasion, and it's overwhelming to me, and I can't thank every one of you. Most of you have traveled a long, long way to be here, and we hope San Francisco has made it worth your while. We ordered the weather and the full moon and the Blue Angels. And it just, thank you. You guys are the ingredient that truly makes the wedding the perfect wedding. And we have a lot of people we want to thank.
Well,
If you want to say anything.
I do want to thank a lot of people here for like she said, first of all, I really, really am humbled that everybody was able to make it out here for our wedding. And it's been a lot. It's been a good amount of time for us waiting for this weekend. So to have you here and see this and see us all forming and the people we love the most dearly here with us during this weekend, it's a humble situation. And and it's great. And
So here's
Nicholson's,
to the
Rappaports.
guests.
Here's
Yeah,
to the
so
guests,
here's to the
please.
guests.
But we do have some thank yous really that does need to be said here. We have a beautiful, beautiful room, I think, right now, Dawn, don't you think? That the flowers that were on this table here have all the pictures of us that are surprising, actually, because we haven't seen them ourselves.
We knew nothing about
We knew
that.
nothing. The people that created this evening, it's an amazing situation. The support that we have gotten from family here is something that we wish upon everybody in this room. It's an amazing thing, especially because my father, dad, Jack Rappaport, and Mary, you guys, we really, really thank you so much for putting this all together for us this evening. It's very touching to us to have you guys as our support line this whole time. Being in touch with you, Mary, it's really been special for us, okay? She's been able to be a support line for us because we're putting on something that not too people do that often, and this is our first time, only time that we'll do it. So we thank you very much.
The support and generosity that Mary and Jack have given to us.
Yes, we do.
And it weighs a lot, and we'll mail it back for you.
Exactly. This is the one that we're going to have to mail this back to you, so don't think that we won.
But it's a memento of San Francisco, and something that we know you love.
Oh gosh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's very heavy.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Dawn.
Big gifts are good. Thank you.
To Mary and Jack, please, everyone.
Yeah. And I have a couple other people I would like to call out as well because it's funny. I know this. I'm one of the I'm the older bride. So most of my friends have already married, and I've been in several of their weddings. And it's funny because it's funny how when your friends call you to say that they've gotten engaged, the next thing you know, you have a lot of work to do. You've got dresses to buy, and you've got plane tickets to buy, and arrangements to make. And it's just, now I'm on the end where I just cannot tell these friends of mine how much I appreciate everything they're doing to be a part of our wedding. And it's amazing how much help they've given and how much easier and more fun and everything it makes the whole engagement and wedding process be. So for you all, there's 3 of you here, my bridesmaids.
Your maids.
My maids. Yeah.
The host.
Take it. Yes.
The host.
If I didn't have such young, beautiful friends.
Sparkly friends.
The
My
hope.
sparkly friends. So I have Jill O'Rourke, who I lived with most of my 20s. We're common law married by Virginia law because we lived together for 6 years. But now I'm going to marry Micah, and she went and married somebody else. So we're both on our second marriages. So here you go. And I have Sharon Rappaport, the infamous and famous Sharon Rappaport. My bridesmaid. I was so honored. I met her one time, and then we were engaged, and I was like, I gotta have this woman in my wedding. She's so cool. I mean, wouldn't have been the same without you. So, and she's gonna be my sister. And my maid of honor, Nancy Paxton. A lot of you here know her. A lot of you haven't met her yet. Nancy and I go back
a long time. Yeah.
25 years. And, you know, we're not that old. I'm an old bride, but I'm not that old. So we go back to 7 years old. Nancy, I met her walking to the bus stop on my way to 2nd grade. And I just can't say enough about Nancy. She's lived on every corner of this planet, but we always end up in the same place. The last time I was living here, Nancy was living in Sarajevo, and I told her San Francisco was really cool, and then she moved here. So now we're neighbors again. Anyway, she's the only person I could have imagined as my maid of honor. She's been in my life forever. She'll always be in my life, and I love you.
Same.
Yeah. I have 2 other friends. I want to call out Caitlin because Caitlin is just been, she's my brother's very loved girlfriend, and she is the wife to be. No pressure, but yeah.
Under pressure.
Deeper shade of red.
Of everyone, Caitlin has been my rock because you make all these plans, you make all these arrangements, but the thing is, when on your day, your wedding day, you're not going to be the one doing all of it. And since the beginning, Caitlin has said, I'll take care of it, I'll handle it. She's the unofficial wedding coordinator. I probably should pay you $5 grand for this whole thing, but
I'll bill you, though.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very hard for Dawn to let go.
Yeah, well, right, and I have some people here might say I have control issues, so I'm a control enthusiast, but I'm extremely comfortable delegating to Caitlin, and she's going to play a huge, huge role in tomorrow, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo! Yeah.
20 hours and counting.
All right, and one more, and we no. Well, we have one more. A very dear friend of mine is going to do a reading in our ceremony tomorrow. We go back years and years and years, and again, another friend. I don't know. I like people who like to live everywhere. So Wooten, Sue Ellen Mann.
Gotta stand up.
We met on the doorstep.
Ooh, yeah. You can stand up.
She has many names.
I just want to say, I actually was supposed to get married 2 years ago, and I broke the engagement, and Dawn was supposed to be a reader in my wedding. And most of my friends were like, well, we're not going to come, but Dawn said, Smellen, you're going to need someone there that weekend for you. And Dawn came and spent the weekend with me, and then we wound up spending New Year's together here in San Francisco. And I have to say, I was here when that started.
She witnessed the transition from friend to more than friend.
She just kept talking about Micah. And then I met Micah, and he's like, Dawn. And I'm like, good Lord, these people need to be together.
We are.
Thank
So
you.
thank you for being part of our day.
Well, thank you for letting me.
I'll talk about a little story that we have here. I think that's needed to be said is that Dawn and I were engaged on December 30th of last year, and we have made a commitment to be able to visit everybody in this room in the capacity that I could visit her family and be able to get to know who she is as closest to as possible, as well as she felt it's very important in visiting everybody in my family and the close people in my friends here. And I think everybody in this room, we visited upon each other once, and it was important to all of us to be able to get out there and talk to everybody that's a part of each other's family. So again, you know, it's a privilege to see you guys again, but also have a story in order to talk about that we've already had amongst you guys in this past year. It's great, but thank you very much. Thank you very much, and for being here again. And gifts now for my groomsmen. I want to introduce you to my groomsmen. First of all, let's go with my best friend here in town is Peter Sherman. Peter, please stand up for me. He is the one that gave you his thank you. Told you about, thank you. I think he's basically summed it up about the love that we have between us. It's a very, very endearing thing to have somebody that you can feel as close to best friend wise, to be able to go through hardships as well as the times in which I'm falling in love with somebody, and it's and when you lose when break his heart, girl. Yeah. And when you have a best friend that's you pal around with for so long, and that best friend sees you falling in love and somewhat losing that friendship, not in a sense, but you know.
I'm the best friend now.
Yeah, there's a duel going on here. It's been to say it in front of everyone.
You gotta deal with it.
But the thing about it is he took it upon himself to become best friends with Dawn, and I really appreciate that. And he loves Dawn just as much as I do, and it's you need these people. It's just okay. Whatever. There's a hole in it. As far as friends go, we've very much become a three people in this town that assisted.
Three?
Shannon, this is for you. Peter. Love you.
Okay. We didn't practice any of this, so please forgive us for not having anything scripted. But I also want to mention Brian Mickelson. I was telling Brian, I think he was the first person I told that I was going to be asking for Dawn's hand.
Secret.
It was definitely a secret thing that we had on December 30th. So my dad's leaving. I brought Brian, I think, outside in North Carolina, and I said, Brian, I want you to know that I'm wanting to ask Dawn's hand in marriage, and it's going to happen here at the end of the year. This was back in Thanksgiving time period, and this is one of the more important steps that I have to go through, I think, in order to make this complete for me, was to go through and talk to the family and let them know what my intentions were. So I said, Brian, I'm going to do this, and he said, are you kidding?
Yeah, I believe that too. Yeah.
Very true. Anyway, we've gotten to know each other really well. I mean, it's like you can't ask for anybody better as a brother-in-law. So, I mean, it's a special thing. I mean, you don't ever come across somebody you got something in common with as much as me and Brian do. So, thank you very much for being my groomsman, being by my side tomorrow, and much love. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's wrap this up. I know everybody's
Dead.
Wrap this up. The fellow rapper here, my best man, who could it not be? But I spent the time when I was best man at his wedding, and it's an honor to be able to reciprocate the favor, or rather, the honor of being able to. An honor for me. Yeah. There's nobody else in this. It's really a beautiful thing when you have a brother that you've looked up to so much. And I said this at his wedding. It's like it comes from the heart. It's so much so that when you're a little kid and you see your big brother, you can imagine how much you look up to him. And it's like for us to stay that way. And we've been separated in the sense that we're all the way across the coast from each other, but. My brother David Rappaport here is somebody I've always looked forward to, being able to share this best man at my wedding and stand by my side. I couldn't have thought anything to do with it. Thank you very much for being by my side. I love you so much.
So with that,
yeah, thank you.
We're done. But again, you guys are what's making this the perfect wedding, and every one of you has traveled a long way and means so much to us. As you'll figure out tomorrow in our very small little room, we could only invite the people we really, really, really loved. So you guys are those people. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
How much do you tip this guy? I don't know. I have no opinion on anything. I don't know.
Oh yeah, how much you got to take? Like normal, like $2.
I don't know. Oh yeah.
How's the camera going?
Good, really good.
I thought you had no opinion. You just fucked up.
No, I didn't because I don't know. You're right, I did fuck up. Yo, well, I'm seeing it's doing well though. I can't argue that one. Everything else, if it's an opinion, Mrs. Rapp. It depends. Mrs. Rapp.
Dillard.
She called you Dillard. She said your name was Dillard.
And then she went off on me about guns.
Oh, look at that thing. They rented that thing? What the fuck is that? The Explorer. Where are you taking us? Look at it, man. It's coming out. Like, now they're looking at that. Look at that. Look at that shit. Suddenly, man, it's like fucking invaded China into somebody's mouth. It's good. You got. Oh, bro.
How many people?
One.